Yes, the military has merged with the government scientists to try to contain the vicious outbreak of zombies across the globe, calling themselves the ASMZ, or the American Science Military for Zombies. And despite all this mayhem around us, the conspiracy theorists are pouring in, blaming the ASMZ for creating zombies for population control, accusing the government of killing off 80% of our population in order to form a peaceful one-world government. All that is certain is that most conspiracy theorists are getting their information from a podcast called Jig Eddie Rotten. Here's some of Eddie Rotten's rant before the ASMZ moved in.
That's what we have to do as a team. That's what we have to do together. We can defeat the zombies. We can defeat the ASMZ. All the ZFC across the world. Come together. Get your food. Get your water. Get your guns. And get your ammo. It's the Jig Eddie Rotten Zombie Life Podcast!
Right, let's get going. Welcome everybody to episode 5 of the Zombie Life podcast. I'm Jig.
I'm Eddie Rotten.
He is the Eddie Rotten, the one and only. No one else, he's not an imposter. He is the actual Eddie Rotten, all the way from Texas.
Can you believe we're on episode 5 already?
I can't, it's gone so quick.
I know.
It's right, and
I love it.
It's going to be hard to top the last show. It really is.
It was wonderful.
It was
Julianne
so
Snow is a diamond in the rough, you know, because there's so many people that try to write really good stuff like me. I try, but I don't hit like the mark where she is, because that stuff is freaking horrifying, you know?
Yeah, I downloaded her book a couple of days ago, but I've got so much to read at the moment. At the moment, I'm focusing on. I didn't tell you, did I? I'm taking my I'm starting to try and do my driving tests, so I've got a lot of practicing for that at the moment. I am.
Insert the clapping crowd. That's awesome.
Yeah,
good
so
job.
Let's go for it. Insert the clapping crowd.
Nice.
And we'll give it a little cheer as well.
Okay. And that cheer is well deserved, man. Getting your driver's license is awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going for that. I've got to practice a lot. I've got to do my theory test first, and then I've got to try and pass everything. So that's what I'm reading at the moment.
Test.
I'm reading that sort of shit at the moment, which is a bit boring and tedious, but fingers crossed. But
what is a theory test?
It's the test you have to do before you can go for your actual driving test. It's a test. You sit down and you do. It's a 2-part. You have questions, and then you have what they call a hazard perception, which is about like an awareness, and it's just a video of different scenarios. A car will be driving down the road, and you have to touch the screen when you see a hazard approaching and stuff like that, so they know you're aware and shit like that.
Wow. You know, we don't have anything like that here. Not that I know of.
I'll have to come to the States and do me testing.
Yeah.
Sounds easier.
It could be a lot easier, huh?
Definitely. So,
hey, I took a driving test, my Class A driving test. This is several years ago, but I had a 53. I had like an F350 truck. That's a big truck. Not exactly like an 18-wheeler style diesel, but it was a diesel style. It's an F350. If you know what that looks like.
Not really, no.
Well, it's just a big truck with 4 doors, basically.
Okay.
Well, I had a trailer behind me, a 53-foot trailer, and I had to parallel park that bad boy.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I got that, man, I was so happy because that's, you know, it was a big deal for me and the hairs that I grew on my chest that day. So.
And then you lost your license. No, I'm only joking.
And then I lost my license. Oh well.
No, it's all good. So yeah, I mean, at the moment I'm reading that, but I've still got a lot of reading to do. I've got Days with the Undead. I've now got to read. I've obviously got Zane Brady's after zombie effects after therapy zombie effects. Can't remember what it's called now. I've got that one to read. I've got Simon Nelson's Caleb's due out soon, which I've been waiting for. So when that comes out, I'm going to want to read that.
I can't wait for that, man. I've been biting my nails for that one.
So have I. Did you read the Apocalypse Room he did?
I read half of it.
Oh,
so
it was fantastic.
I love what it is, and like it's got such a different message, a different storyline than some of the other apocalypse stories that we have right now. But you know, I'm reading through Julianne Snow's book like for the third time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Wow.
And I just finished. I posted today. I blogged today, and so there's a new. Anybody that's interested in the EddieRotten.com story, which you had better be. Go to EddieRotten.com and listen because I just or read it because I just posted again today. It's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be reading that tomorrow at work. I'm going to take time out of reading the Highway Code to read EddieRotten.com's new post.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Well, do you want to tell us a bit about it, or do you want to leave it?
Well, yeah. Inside the story, where it left off is the people, the ZFC or the Zombie Fight Club that we had in Colorado came home. They had a horrific battle with what seemed to be some kind of weird creature person that had strange writings carved into his skin. Well, somebody dropped a grenade and everybody blew up except for the good guys, and of course, and so most of the children came back, and so now everybody is rejoicing inside Houston. At the same time, there's a group of ZFC fighters that are in Ethiopia. They're trying to find the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, for people that aren't following along yet, is the second of 3 generators that we're going to have that we need to protect ourselves from the bad guys at the end of the world. When they need all 3 generators to create a perfect human, and at the same time they're going to extinguish 80% of the population, which is supposed to happen at the end of this year. And that's a true story. I'm not making that up. That's not part of the story. That's a real deal right there, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So right now they're creeping into Ethiopia. They're trying to find the Ark of the Covenant, which is the second of 3 generators, and they run into a new entity zombie leader whose name is Grendel. And Grendel is actually a friend of ours, Shane, the drummer for Die Monster Die, and he's now a character in the EddieRotten.com saga. So
it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
can't wait to read
scary.
it. It's going to be good.
It's scary.
Dude, the last post scared me. The one with the big, thing that was being lowered down from the ceiling, and
yes,
man, that was freaky as fuck. I tried drawing it the other day, my concept of what I thought it was. So, but I've got to get a silver pen to draw the markings on him because I drew him in pencil.
Oh,
but I basically drew something, but I couldn't find any of the symbols that you were talking about.
Man,
so I went for just loads of different religious symbols all over him.
Okay, you'll see like a big Catholic cross on his head.
Yeah, big cross on his arm. He look more like tattoos. He looks more like a thug.
Yeah, he's got like Guns N' Roses tattoos all over him.
Yeah, love and hate on his knuckles.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, in this one, there's a scene right at the end of the post where this lady stumbles out into the street, and she's all kind of lethargic. She went crazy somehow. Something happened to her. She lost her mind, and she stumbled out into the street, and everybody else is hiding, but the character Loki inside the story, who I need to call him. I haven't, after the shooting that happened in College Station, I haven't talked to him, so I'm a little worried about him. So, but Loki inside the story, he looks outside this window, and this chick that stumbled outside gets attacked by this weird, unseen thing. And so her eyes sunk into her face, and her fingers curled up, and her skin turned gray, and she like hunched over, and it's just creepy crawly, man. You got to read it.
Oh, superb. I'm definitely going to read that tomorrow. It's my last day shift, and I'm going to read that, and I normally listen to all my podcasts that come out that day as well, so yeah, that's my plan for tomorrow, but I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
I gotta take a shower after writing that thing, man. I had like weird goosebumps while I was writing it.
Hard work, was it?
Hard work. Yeah, I'm sweating over here.
Superb. Actually, talking of zombies, go back to what I was saying about earlier. The Die Monster Die Kickstarter project they had going.
Okay.
Basically, they had to reach a target mount set that they set, people could donate, and they were going to release their next album. I think it's like their 8th or 9th studio album.
Okay.
But they needed the money to do it, and you could donate anything. But if you donated certain amounts of money, you got certain things. You got like little, not prizes, but like thank yous. You know, they do something like if you donated this much, you'd get like the MP3, or if you paid this much, you got more and stuff like that. Well, the amount I paid entitles me to a load of stuff, but one of them is I get to have one picture of my choice on the final artwork of the LP they're going to make. So I've got to pick it wisely. So I've been talking to some friends, and I'm hoping I want to get myself zombied up with loads of blood and get that picture on the screen. And I'm going to try and wear a Zombie Life t-shirt as well.
Hey, double plug, right on.
So double whammy there. So that's my aim. But yeah, so they reached it. Their target was $6,000, I think, and they reached it. They got 105% of the money, so they got over their target goal. So
wonderful,
we'll
man! What a good group. And what an awesome podcast he has, dude. And it's just, I'm so happy that they met their target because their music is sick, dude. I love it.
I love it as well. There was a point where it was like, there was like 48 hours to go, and you sat there and there was like $500 still to go, and you're like, shit, are they going to really, they can't miss it by $500, come on.
Right.
And then that'd creep up to like, they need $300, and that gets closer and closer, and then one day somebody went bam. And that was it. They hit it. So
are you telling us that you donated $300+ to Die Monster Die?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Whoa,
no,
dude, you are rolling in the cash.
No.
I'm gonna move up there with you, man. Move over on the couch. I'm moving in.
Man, seriously, if I had that much money, I would not be working. I would happily not work. But so yeah, just talking about zombies. Yeah, that's my plan, to get me in a Zombie Life t-shirt, zombied up, for their album artwork. So if I can do that, I'll be chuffed.
I can't. So when is the album supposed to come out? Because they're recording on the...
everything's going. I think they're sorting it out now. I'm sure I read somebody asked Windhawk when it was going to be released.
Okay.
I'm sure he said January, February 2013 time, I think.
Okay.
So it's obviously going to take a little while to sort out, but
nice.
They should be sorting it out very soon. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. Definitely. Well
Excited.
done, guys. Well done. If you're listening, well done. We have a big round of... It's been fantastic. We're chuffed
Bravo
about.
for Die Monster Die.
Yes. So, but going back to EddieRotten.com, shall we talk about this Anonymous?
Yeah, Anonymous. Weird thing, that Anonymous, right? Because in real life, there's an Anonymous who is like a hacker god, I guess. He comes on YouTube every now and then. He's got a mask that he wears.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the movie. I should know that off the tip of my tongue, but I just don't for some weird reason. Anybody that does know, email it in. zmblpodcast@gmail.com. I can't remember the name of that freaking movie. But it's the dude who's got a white face. He's got this long mustache that comes out like that. Anyway, so in real life, there's an Anonymous, and he's the leader of some hacker group that could shut the world down, apparently. Yeah. But inside EddieRotten.com, somebody who called himself Anonymous emails in every once in a while and says the weirdest things. He left some coordinates to some secret underground bunker in China one time. I did the research and found out that yes, there in fact is some kind of weird military base there, but it's not above ground; it's below ground. And he just sends in the weirdest stuff. The weirdest thing so far. Last week he posted inside the EddieRotten.com story, left a comment. And it was backwards and upside down.
Yes.
And so I stood on my head, and I put a mirror in front of it, and I tried to read it, but I didn't do a very good job. But did you decipher that? Did you find out what it says?
I did, but I've got it. I'll go and get it in a minute. It's in my bag.